If you're in a relationship where there's violence, try to find a safe place and time to call our 24-hour hotline. An advocate will be there to talk to you about whether you need to leave the relationship that you're in and how to do so safely. If you choose to come into shelter, an advocate will be there to meet with you. We will give you a tour of the shelter and make sure that you have clean linens and a warm bed to sleep in. We'll make sure that all of your basic needs are met. Sometimes, for safety reasons, you may have to leave in a hurry. We're going to make sure that you have everything that you need. We have trained advocates to work with the children. We have a daycare on site. The advocates that work with the children are the most amazing people. They have patience and strength, and they will help you. You are a survivor. If you're living with violence and you're managing to make it through, you can make it on your own. You can do it. We'll be there to help you and guide you, but you'll make the right decisions for you and your family. My name is Stacy O'Brien, and I'm the shelter manager at Hubbard House. If you come into shelter, it's guaranteed that you will see me. Maybe not right then, but you will see me. I was really reluctant to view myself as a victim. I was young and spunky, and I didn't think I needed to go to a support group or that I needed help. My mother called the hotline, and she about had to force me in the car to get me to go to my first support group. I sat there quietly during that group. I listened to the other women, and after going a few times, I started to talk and share my own story. And I realized that the relationship I was in was not safe. I realized the effect it was having on my children, and that I needed to leave. I filed an injunction for protection, and I thought I had done everything that I needed to. Unfortunately, I didn't think to lock the door when I left my mom babysitting my daughter. I got a phone call that night, and it was one of the first times I had gone out with friends in years. My mother was screaming hysterically that she was gone. I couldn't understand what she was saying at first, and then I realized he had run up in her home and taken off with my daughter. Police chased him, but he made it out of town, and it took some time to get her back. It was really hard. The day I got her back, I went into shelter. I knew it was the only place I was going to be safe with her. There were advocates available. They met with her, talked to her, and all of my needs were met. When I found my own place, they also helped me with a furniture voucher from our thrift store. Those are all donations that people make to our thrift store that are available to the survivors. I lived with 3 kids in efficiency for a little while. I worked 2 jobs and went to school and had an opportunity to do work study. It was really boring what they gave me to do. I was in an office, and I went to the person in charge and I said, I just can't do this. It's really boring. Is there anything else? And she said, you can pick a nonprofit. I mentioned Hubbard House. She actually told me that one was really hard to get into, but I was persistent, and I got in. And within just a few months, I was working there, and I've never left. I've always been doing this work. I can really not imagine doing anything else. If you are in a relationship where there's domestic violence or your partner is controlling you, please call our 24-hour hotline. Services are available, and you're not alone.